This is your Barbados Today Morning News Update for Tuesday, April 16th, 2019. Thanks for joining us. I'm Carol Williams. At first, sales were slow. Now they've picked up significantly, with the Transport Board official reporting exceptional sale of the discount cards. Acting General Manager of Transport Board, Felicia Sue, says the transition has been going very well, with particular interest in the 28 trip tickets.
I'm really pleased with the tickets that are 28 trips for the $84, where persons are getting a $14 saving because that normally would have cost $98. The sales for that particularly are going really good because that equates to $3, but all the sales are going well to date. This service will only get better definitely. At the Transport Board, what we are doing, we have rolled out a robust preventive maintenance program where I've concentrated on 15 buses. We're doing 15 buses per month, and we're making an effort to get those back in service in short order. We're also going to be working with the PSVs in the TAP program. We've already started discussions with them so that they can probably use our smart card going forward. But all of this we are doing as we prepare to go for a cashless system.
The Acting General Manager also offered assurances about the availability of buses with school children due to return to classrooms today.
The bus availability has been increasing steadily. We are now at 50 and we will continue to increase. My target is for us to reach 60 in another week or so because of our preventive maintenance program. So we shall be ready to assist those schools wherever possible. So all things being equal, the schools should be on time and ready for a good start of the term.
Meantime, the Alliance Owners of Public Transport is on the alert for unauthorized vans seeking to cash in on the 75% hike in the bus fare, while voicing concern that those maxi taxis will seek to undercut route taxis. Spokesman Mark Haynes urged the police to be vigilant.
We hope that we do not get a lot of pirates in this situation, because this would have a negative effect on the persons who have to pay their annual fees and so on, and it will not be clear to them. Police will vigorously pursue these perpetrators if they are caught.
On to other news. In what is perhaps his strongest statement to date on the influx of illegal guns into the country, Commissioner of Police Tyrone Griffith has blamed what he says is corruption at the island's ports of entry for the lack of success in stemming the weapons flow. And Commissioner Griffith is calling on the good border security officials to give up the bad ones. He told a press briefing at police headquarters yesterday that while there has been an improvement in cooperation from some border security officers, it's still far from satisfactory.
Obviously, it is helping. But like I say, just like members of the public, you need as much cooperation as possible. If you have a few people among you who are corrupt, then you have to be prepared to give them up. And I say that to my officers. We are not going to sleep in bed with officers who we know are corrupt. We'll do everything in our power to get rid of them.
House Speaker Arthur Holder has dismissed suggestions that persons charged under the recently amended Bail Act can't be released from custody in less than 24 months. Holder, who's also an attorney at law, says this can be done once the cases fall within 3 specific circumstances. He described as deceptive recent statements by attorney at law Alvin Babb, who suggested that all persons charged under the amended act will be remanded for 24 months before being eligible for bail.
So there are 3 exceptions to the specific section that he has quoted. So that section 5, that needs to be read in its entirety, rather than snippets being taken from it, which is misleading, which gives a false impression that a person has to wait 24 months before they can get bail. That is misleading. If that is read by itself, it must be read in conjunction with Section 582, which says, notwithstanding subsection 1, bail may be granted by the High Court, so that the High Court still has the discretion to grant bail in 3 specific circumstances.
The vendor operating a beach chair rental business at Bathsheba St. Joseph is being relocated. Minister of the Environment and National Beautification, Trevor Prescott, tells Barbados Today Sean Morris is being moved to a more lucrative area, but he hasn't said where that'll be. The National Conservation Commission had given Morris until last Saturday to remove some structures, which the vendor said were integral to his business. Minister Prescott says it's important that an amicable agreement be reached on the matter.
I can grant the assurance that this thing will be settled to the satisfaction of all parties, including the young man. It will be settled without any additional expenses to him, and when I make that decision sometime today, I can give you the assurance that the alternative location will be of greater financial benefits to him. And I think that's his major objective, that he wants to make some money so he can survive in this environment, and it's best to pull himself out of any major contradictions and criticisms and anything from within the area.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
Barbados Today, news you can trust.
In the region, more details are emerging about the proposed national health insurance for Bahamians. It's coming from Chairman of the National Health Insurance Authority, Dr. Robin Roberts, as we hear in this ZNS News report.
Employers will now be mandated to ensure that employees have health insurance. Dr. Roberts says each person's coverage will cost $1,000 annually, which is around $84 a month. These businesses will be permitted to recoup up to 1.5% of an employee's full wages to share in that cost premium. He shares how the government intends to work with insurance companies.
Premiums today are based on what we call experience-based rating. So in other words, if you had an illness before, I got to charge you more because you're more likely to get ill again, especially if you have a pre-existing condition. So what we are saying is, listen, everybody is making a contribution. If everybody is making a contribution, then our rates should drop significantly.
And finally, the World Health Organization says the number of measles cases reported worldwide in the first 3 months of 2019 has tripled compared with the same time last year. The UN body says provisional data indicate a clear trend, with all regions of the world seeing outbreaks. Africa had witnessed the most dramatic rise, up to 700%. The agency says actual numbers may be far greater, since only 1 in 10 cases globally are reported. Measles is a highly infectious viral illness that can sometimes lead to serious health complications, including infections of the lungs and brain. And that's news, but for the very latest, visit our website at www.barbadostoday.bb. You can subscribe to our e-paper, email updates, or like us on Facebook. And sign up for our breaking news alerts via WhatsApp. We're also on Izumi Media in bus terminals, as well as screenplay at supermarkets and gas stations near you. You can also hear us on Mix 96.9 FM and Capital Media HD 99.3 FM. I'm Carol Williams. Have a good day.